Good afternoon, everyone. Virgo here. It is 11/18/2019. There's a lot of confusion with regards to YouTube's new terms and conditions. And I want to give everybody the opportunity to take a look at this particular article. The uproar mainly seems to be with regards to YouTube confirming that there would be channel deletions for those that are not deemed as commercially viable. All right, so what we're going to do is take a look at a tweet that was actually put out by YouTube, who is confirming that there are not going to be channel terminations in the manner that people are freaking out about. All right, so I'm going to read just a little bit of this. I don't want to infringe upon anybody's copyright rights, but I do want to make sure that you guys understand where this is coming from. So YouTube constantly seems to be skirting controversy. The latest news that updated terms and conditions give the company the ability to terminate channels without prior warning. News flash to everyone, okay? YouTube is a private platform. It is a platform that is run by a company that has always been allowed to terminate channels without prior warning. Now, it's not in their best interest to terminate channels, all right? The more content that is on YouTube, the more people are going to be viewing. So it's really not in their best interest to terminate channels, especially to terminate channels that are up and coming, to terminate channels that have organic subscribers. And what I mean by that is, so for example, the Virgo Triad channel. Every single one of my subscribers are organic subscribers. I have never used, for example, a service that has provided views or subscribers or anything of that manner that were where they were just bots, or where they were people that were subscribing just to subscribe and never watch my actual content. Everybody who subscribes to the Virgo Triad channel is someone who chooses to do so, not a subscription that is paid for by me. But there are those people who will pay large sums of money in order for them to get 100,000 subscribers as quickly as possible. Those are not organic subscribers. Those are subscribers that have been paid for. So, there's a lot of different ways that YouTube is able to determine whether subscribers are grown through organic means or whether, they're paid for. Okay, they've been around long enough. They've got enough technology. Google understands what's happening, whether you think they do or not. So it's not in their best interest, especially for those who are building their channel, the way that it's supposed to be built, who have been working for several years, but still only maintain what would be considered a small channel, to get rid of you in any way, shape, or form, regardless of whether you're monetized or not. There are tons of very popular channels on YouTube that are not monetized, that are not considered YouTube partners. Okay, these terms are set to come into place December 10th of 2019, and potentially puts millions of channels and creators in risk's way in the current terms. And so here this article is saying YouTube is giving itself the ability to delete channels that don't make the platform enough money. YouTube has always had that right. There is nothing ever that's been in YouTube's terms and conditions that suggests that they don't have a right, unless you do this and this and this wrong, to terminate your channel. If you do something wrong enough, or you're putting out content that is bad enough in terms of against a particular condition of the terms and conditions. So if you're putting up consistent nudity, if you're putting up consistent things that are considered bullying, as far as like, a channel that does nothing but make fun of people that have handicaps, for example. YouTube has always been able to terminate the entire channel. Another reason an entire channel would be terminated would be if you were somebody who was a spammer, where you took a link and you just started spamming over and over again all kinds of different channels. They'll remove your channel. They don't say, hey, strike one, you can't do this anymore. No, they remove the entire channel. If you are a scammer, they will remove your channel. They don't give you the opportunity to continue to scam. If you are caught specifically by law enforcement and law enforcement says, hey, Google, guess what? Scams are running off your platform. They're going to terminate your channel. They're not going to strike you. They're not going to give you another opportunity. But YouTube has recently tweeted from the Team YouTube account to clarify the stance on this existing clause being given new prominence within the terms of services. They have confirmed that channels they won't terminate. They have confirmed that they won't terminate channels if they do not make money. That has nothing to do with this. The word is, in fact, referring to the actual YouTube platform rather than channels, meaning that termination will be of defunct or underused features like the internal YouTube messaging platform or YouTube Studio Classic. So panic over. And here is that actual tweet, so that you can see that, to clarify, there are no new rights in the TOS to terminate an account because it is not making money. As before, we may discontinue certain YouTube features or parts of service, for example, if they're outdated or have very low usage, like the YouTube message system did. Actually, there were only 3 or 4 people that I actually ever even talked to on messaging. It's a shame, because it was something that was very nice to have, but it was considered of low usage, so they terminated it. This does not impact creators, viewers in any new ways. This was put up as of the 11th of November 2019, right after the terms of service confusion began. And so just to give you guys a little bit of comfort with regards to this, the facts remain as they always have been, because YouTube is its own platform. You do not have, and I'm sorry folks, this is just the way that it is, you do not have freedom of speech on YouTube, because it is their platform. If they don't like what you're talking about, if they feel that it goes against their terms and conditions, they can terminate you without striking you first. If you are going to argue about the fact that you think you can go against them in a court of law because of freedom of speech, you're sadly mistaken, because you can go use another platform, but YouTube has its own platform. They own it. They have the right to say, you don't get to talk about whatever it might be. If they don't want you talking about, something specific that may be considered offensive to other individuals, then they can terminate your channel. They can terminate any channel that they actually want to, just because, just like a bank, they don't want to do business with you anymore. They don't want you on the platform anymore. It is part of the fact that they have the right, due to the fact that they own the business. All right, so let's talk about one other thing. There's a lot of information going around with regards to this supposed new bullying thing they're talking about. I'm going to make this very clear to everyone. With regards to YouTube, YouTube is not talking about the Virgo Triad channel. Virgo Triad channel, YouTube is already very well aware, exposes scams, con artists, etc. That's a little different than people like Noble L going out and talking about, oh, we're going to try to get Virgo Triad and whoever else's channels deleted because they're saying things we don't want them to say about us. There's a distinct difference between cyberbullying and factual information. The difference is the same as what is the difference in libel or slander. If it's true, it's not libel or slander. Okay? So when I say that it's illegal and a scam to tell people that you can go file liens against other people's properties simply because you believe you're a certain nationality or that you're somehow indigenous to this land, that is a scam. And as a result of that, that protects the Virgo Triad channel from being considered slanderous, because what I am saying is factual and true. This works the same way for the YouTube platform when it comes to cyberbullying. So, cyberbullying would be something like going out after a protected group and making false claims about them or attacking them personally. That isn't what the Virgo Triad channel does. We put out factual information and we make sure that everybody is able to view sourced and verified links pertaining to that factual information. Once again, it's not considered slander if it's true. All right, everyone. I hope this helps to answer some questions with regards to the new YouTube terms and services. And I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Bye-bye.